So Firefox 3, it uses the Gecko Engine 1.9. The Gecko engine is our core rendering engine. Firefox 3.1 will use a version of Gecko 191. We're working on things like downloadable fonts. We're working on supporting cross-site XML HTTP request. This is a big, important request that many users want for AJAX applications, web tool applications. We're going to make more improvements to that the location bar interface where you type in your URLs. We're also probably be adding many new things to the user interface. So we're now using so many tabs that we believe there will be a need for a better graphic interface to manage tabs. And so that's something we're thinking about. Let's see. So the very big news that I have today that was just announced last night is that we have just basically put in a new JavaScript engine that hopefully will be available in Firefox 3.1. It's called Trace Monkey. In Mozilla, all of our JavaScript engines are named Monkey. So right now, in Firefox 3, it's a Spider Monkey. And the next one will be Trace Monkey. And basically, the big news here is that we want to make JavaScript in Firefox as fast as a compiled native application. So basically make it possible to do things in the browser that people never thought was possible. So maybe you remember the first time you tried Gmail or the first time you tried Google Maps. Amazing applications. And it's amazing because of the JavaScript technologies and the usage of JavaScript that Google is doing. So we want to make more of these types of very powerful Web 2.0 apps available in the browser. And JavaScript speed is one of the key goals to make it happen in the future. And right now we're seeing some 10x and sometimes even almost 40x improvements with the new engine that we just installed last night. And I'll show you more about that. So these are different JavaScript benchmarks, different JavaScript tests. So this is a SunSpider test. These are all other different tests. Some of the, like SunSpider, we're seeing 2x. But that's, we just installed this last night. Here we're seeing ubench over 20 times faster. Some other tests. So in this graph, we're showing, for this graph, the shorter bar is better. For this graph, the longer bar is better. And so in comparison, we're seeing basically 20 or almost 40 times faster speed for JavaScript in the new engine. And so this is available now if you want to test it in the current Firefox nightly build. So this is the SunSpider test from Apple Computer. So this is not the Mozilla test, it's the Apple test. And we're seeing, in the fastest benefit, we're seeing over 30 times. And depending on the different tests, sometimes 2 times. And for this one, we're going to make it faster. But so the important message here is that JavaScript is very, very important to us. It's very important to the future of the internet. And we're working very, very hard to provide a much faster JavaScript in Firefox 3.1 and beyond. Right now we have support for x86, x86-64, and for ARM. And the reason why ARM is so important is that we are also working on Firefox for mobile, which I will talk about tomorrow. And so the benefits that we'll see in JavaScript, we will also see in the mobile version of Firefox. And the faster JavaScript also means benefits to technologies that, open standard technologies that Firefox uses, including Canvas, including the audio and video support in Firefox, which is coming. And we're working with a very amazing professor in University of California, Irvine, who is doing this research into what's called tracing technology. That's why it's called Trace Monkey. So you can see the code here, get the code here. But if you want to try it tonight yourself, download the nightly version of Firefox. You need to change two things in config, but you can try it tonight. So next I would like to talk about Mozilla Labs. How many of you know that we have a lab group? Have you heard? A few people. Okay. So most of you don't know that we have a labs group. So I'm glad that I can talk about this, and maybe you'll be excited by one of these projects. So in Mozilla, we have many people working on Firefox, but we also have a small team looking at the next generation interfaces, next generation technologies. How will people use the internet in the future? This is our R&D lab, Mozilla Labs. And the difference between other companies and Mozilla is that we're open source. So even in our labs group, all of our projects are open source. All of our code is open source. We are asking for support, contribution during the development of the ideas, during the development of the technologies, of the coding. And so this is, I think, it's a new type of open source R&D.